Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Sonoran Desert Institute's graduation ceremony, honoring our graduates from 2022. We host these virtually just like we do our online programs so that graduates across the U.S. can participate in this event. And it also gives your friends and family a chance to join along with you. You may recall when you joined SDI, at New Student Orientation, I talked about the unique nature of our programs, combining passion topics with a college education. I hope now as you have graduated, you share in that excitement with me and agree that SDI is a pretty special place. We want to recognize your accomplishments today, and so we want to get on with the ceremony, but I wanted to extend my personal welcome. And now I'll turn it over to Jared, our Chief Academic Officer.
Hello, SDI graduates. Welcome to our graduation ceremony to celebrate the graduates of 2022. My name is Jerry McNeely. I'm the Chief Academic Officer for SDI. It's such a monumentous occasion to allow our graduates to share their accomplishments with their friends and family, and we hope you enjoy this ceremony. As we move through the ceremony, if we have any technical difficulties, please understand we will work quickly to resolve those, but as always, we're working in a virtual environment. And now I'd like to turn it over to Cheryl Hebert from our Career Services Department for a quick message to our graduates as well as the presentation of the DEAC Outstanding Graduate.
Hello and good morning, class of 2022. Congratulations on one of your biggest accomplishments. I'm sure for some of you, today will be the first of many proud, successful moments. My name is Cheryl Hebert, and I'm one of your career services advisors at SDI. You all are about to enter a new and exciting journey. Whether you're about to start your own business, need assistance finding a job in your industry, or trying to figure out your next move, please make it a point to speak with your career services advisor. We're here to help. I welcome you to stay in touch with us and join the SDI alumni group on LinkedIn, where job opportunities are posted frequently. Please call or email if you have any questions or concerns. Now, I would like to shift focus. The convenience and flexibility of distance education is appealing to students who have to work full-time while enrolled, have families, or are seeking to advance in their professions. For the 38th consecutive year, the Distance Education Accrediting Commission is proud to honor the fine work of its accredited institutions and showcase the significant accomplishments of our graduates and alumni. As a DEAC accredited institution, SDI has proudly participated in the DEAC Outstanding Graduate Award Program for many years now. Our 2022 DEAC Outstanding Graduate is Mr. Caleb Savant. I would like to take some time to highlight some of his history, passion, and experience in the firearms industry. Caleb has a lovely wife and 3 children, all boys. He's a proud boy dad. He was a combat engineer in the Army and was honorably discharged after being wounded in combat. Thank you for your service, Caleb. Caleb is currently a gunsmith and a photo video supervisor at Brownells Incorporated. Additionally, he completed his Associate of Science in Firearms Technology degree. Since then, Caleb has been promoted several times and feels his AS in Firearms from SDI has played a significant role in the position he holds today. With that said, I would like to present the 2022 DEAC Award to Mr. Caleb Savant.
First, let me just say it is a great honor to be here accepting this award today. Let me just give you some of the backstory of my journey to this point. I grew up like a lot of other Southern kids, hunting and fishing in the woods of South Louisiana, and my father was a heavy equipment mechanic, and he would often pick up extra jobs on the weekends, and he would take me along with him. So I can definitely thank my dad, who I looked up to throughout my whole childhood, for a lot of my mechanical aptitude and understanding. Now, I can honestly say that my mother's biggest fear when I was a kid was just trying to figure out which appliance I was going to take apart next just to see how it worked. I was definitely that kid that was taking everything apart. And that was, my young childhood. Now, fast forward, to the end of high school. I enlisted in the Army right out of high school, like a lot of SDI alumni before, and I'm sure after me as well. And in December of 2009, I deployed to Afghanistan. Now, I know a lot of you who have experienced that same thing. Even though that I can look back on it and say I was a kid, I was forced to kind of grow up pretty fast. And that's just because that short amount of time is so rich in life experience that it's easy to do. Now, I can say that looking back on my military service as well, my wife is definitely the real hero of that story. I was wounded twice in combat while in Afghanistan. I was a combat engineer. And shortly after the first time I was wounded in combat, my wife gave birth to our first son pretty much by herself. I was still in Afghanistan at the time. And then I went on to get wounded again and then sent back from Afghanistan. So she's definitely the hero of that story. Now, let's fast forward to 2012. In 2012, I was medically discharged from the military for those previous being wounded in combat. And we've moved back to Louisiana. It was my wife and now 3 kids moved back to Louisiana to be closer to her family. So what am I doing fresh out of the military? I'm looking for a job. And at the time, probably against my better judgment, I can say that I took a gunsmith apprentice job making slightly over minimum wage. I say against my better judgment because at the time, slightly over minimum wage, single income family, wife, 3 kids. That's quite the struggle. But I'm fortunate enough to say that I worked my way up from gunsmith apprentice all the way up to working shop foreman. I was in charge of a team of gunsmiths at that point. And all my experiences, I've managed gun shops. I've managed several gun shops in South Louisiana. I've operated and owned my own FFL. And I've been fortunate enough in recent history here to be counted amongst the famous Brownells gun techs. Now, if I can give you any advice or some things to remember here, other than just how long my speech was, remember these few things. So, whenever you're a gunsmith out in the world now, pick a specialty. You need to understand the full trade of gunsmithing, but pick a specialty. Preferably do a little research of, the shops around your area or gunsmiths around your area, and try to specialize in something that you enjoy doing but feels a need. So it's something that someone else isn't necessarily doing or good at. And then also remember that your competition is not your enemy and they can be a powerful ally, especially whenever you remember the first tip. And what I mean by that is be friends with your competition. You can definitely fill gaps in their needs and they can fill gaps in your needs, and you can kick business each other's way. There's a lot of new gunsmith shops that make the mistake of just basically declaring all-out war on their competition, and their businesses definitely struggle for it. So remember that. And if I can give you another piece of bonus advice here, treat your clients with respect. Because it doesn't matter who you are, you're not the greatest gunsmith that ever lived. If your shop fails, another one's going to pop up to take its place. And you are nobody without your clients. So treat your clients with respect. And just looking back a little bit here, I know a lot of you are probably saying I did things a bit backwards as far as becoming a gunsmith. I went to SDI after I was a traditionally trained gunsmith, but I used SDI to sharpen some of my existing skills and also picked up a lot of new skills. The point here I'm trying to make is you should never stop thirsting for knowledge as a gunsmith. And I fully believe that you can pretty much go to every gunsmith school in the country and learn something new at every single one of them. And I can say that having taught classes as a guest instructor at several gunsmith schools across this country. Gunsmithing is such a vast trade. And in closing, of course, I want to thank my wife and kids for encouraging me to follow my gunsmith career path, encouraging me to always follow my dreams, and just always being there for me. And of course, I'd like to thank SDI and my fellow graduates. Thank you.
SDI graduates, it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for this year. Our keynote speaker is someone who has worked as a serial entrepreneur, in her words. She has also worked in small business and worked alongside small business for a number of years. It's inside that community that she sees all the growth to come to the United States. So without further ado, I want to introduce Ms. Mignon Hollis.
Ladies, gentlemen, faculty, family, and friends, congratulations. What an honor it is to address you. As you know, Sonoran Desert Institute's mission is to provide students with a current, industry-driven, quality education with a focus on specialized programs delivered through online distance education and practical applications. SDI is committed to continuous improvements in the instructional processes and overall student experience. This accomplishment, through students and graduate achievement and satisfaction, as well as the stakeholder relationships and reputation in the markets that we serve, I am so proud to be one of those stakeholders. As the founder of Aerospace Arizona and an entrepreneur, I know the hard work that goes into balancing life while obtaining your degree and working on continuing improving everything that is around you. In this fast-paced journey that we call life, we often overlook our accomplishments in the quest to move to the next milestone, the next goal, the next phase. We do a pretty poor job of taking a moment to pause and appreciate what we've accomplished. Practicing a one-moment pause can seem like forever, but right now that's just what I want you to do. I want you to take 1 minute, just 1 minute, that 1 minute to honor yourself, honor the commitment you made, honor your hard work, honor those struggles, honor the long hours and the late nights. Honor your lows because they made you appreciate your highs. Honor the journey, honor your supportive family and friends, and finally, honor your accomplishment. This moment is truly a major milestone in your life journey. Most of you have been on a variety of paths with many twists and turns. And it is exactly those life experiences coupled with your degree which affords you so many opportunities. Your unique perspective comes at a pivotal time in your continued journey. Whether you're starting your own business, joining a startup, or working for an existing company, you know what hard work and sacrifice look like. You are on a path that can only lead to your success. I want to give a special shout out to those who are getting your degree from the School of Unmanned Technology. You all are truly pioneers on the cutting edge of a new industry. It is this industry that will create over 70,000 jobs in the United States with an economic impact of more than $13.6 billion, with more than 100,000 jobs created and an economic impact of $82 billion by the year 2025. You will be part of that movement. You will create these jobs. Many of you find yourselves thinking of new ideas, how to improve current practices, and how to do it differently and better. And it is this very mindset which defines you as having an entrepreneurial mindset and that entrepreneurial spirit. You will excel in professional opportunities that let you build your own team to work towards being more effective. Having earned your degree through Sonoran Desert Institute indicates you possess the majority characteristics of an entrepreneur. You are in tune with your passion. You are always questioning how it can be done better. You are optimistic about the possibilities. You take calculated risks. And above all, you execute. You will be creating new products and services. You will stimulate new employment, which ultimately will result in the acceleration of economic development. You will be solving problems and creating existing products and technology that have not even been solved yet. You will be part of a 32.5 million small businesses in the United States, creating 1.5 million jobs annually and accounting for 64% of new jobs in the United States. You and your journey will do all of this. As an entrepreneur, my favorite quote is from Peter Drucker. The best way to predict the future is to create it. You, my friends, are creating it. Just remember to take that pause and to honor yourself. Again, congratulations, and I look forward to hearing all the amazing work that you all will do.
Good morning, distinguished guests and graduates of the Sonoran Desert Institute. I'm Walter Howard, the Director of Military and Veteran Services and Staff Advisor for SDI's chapter of the Salute Veterans National Honor Society. In addition to recognizing graduates for degree conferral, it is equally important to acknowledge our student veterans that served honorably and completed their academic requirements with honors. The Salute acronym stands for Service, Academics, Leadership, Unity, Tribute, and Excellence. These values are very similar to those that help mold us as members of our armed forces. Service, being helpful or selfless. Academics, researching, learning, and pursuing goals. Leadership, influencing others to cooperate to accomplish a common goal. Unity, being connected, networking. Tribute, valuing and acknowledging others' contributions. And excellence, the state of excelling or having a prevailing attitude of winning. Salute was formed in 2009 by the Colorado State University Veterans Office thanks to a grant by the American Council of Education and Walmart Foundation. The membership requirements set forth include being enrolled or a graduate of the Sonoran Desert Institute in the Associate of Science and Firearms Technology degree program and in good financial standing. Have completed a minimum of 12 course credit hours at Sonoran Desert Institute, have a cumulated grade point average of 3.0, be currently serving in the armed forces, either active duty, National Guard or Reserve, or a veteran with an honorable discharge. I am excited to announce that the SDI chapter is one of over 400 active college chapters nationwide. Our members have been recognized with a letter from the Sonoran Desert Institute president and a coin and certificate from the Salute Veterans National Honor Society. As a veteran and Salute member, I congratulate you on your outstanding academic achievement and thank you for your service to our nation. Continue to help mentor and lead others in the classroom and in your communities. Today, we would like to acknowledge the following graduates for being Salute Honor Society members.
Levi Crum, William DeThomas, Robert Felice, Albert Gerardo, Brandon Morse, John Pazelich, Daniel Parada, Tor Peterson, Eric Storvik, Michael Thornburg, Sammy Van Kirk.
The Delta Epsilon Tau International Honor Society was established in 1997 by the Distance Education Accrediting Commission Board of Trustees in conjunction with the president of the Alpha Beta Kappa National Honor Society to recognize the academic achievements of students participating in distance education. Election to the Delta Epsilon Tau Honor Society sets the member apart from other students and clearly demonstrates a serious commitment to distance education and self-study by recognizing superior student academic achievement, character, and leadership. Members of the Delta Epsilon Tau Honor Society reflect the concern, modesty, friendly spirit, and good nature that characterize the qualities found in true leaders. Sonoran Desert Institute is proud to sponsor a chapter of the Delta Epsilon Tau Honor Society and nominates worthy graduates with a GPA of 3.5 or higher that have also demonstrated leadership and commitment to distance education and learning. Among other things, membership in Delta Epsilon Tau benefit SDI graduates by providing national student recognition, letters of reference upon request, and an accolade to reference on a resume. We congratulate the members of the SDI chapter of the Delta Epsilon Tau Honor Society for your unwavering commitment to the values represented by our institution, and we look forward to the amazing contributions you will all undoubtedly make to our society going forward. Please join me in congratulating the following Delta Epsilon Tau members.
Cody Adams, Brant Albany, Kirk Alvers, Michael Baber, Angel Baez Bruno, Isaiah Baldridge, Nathan Barron, Albert Bishop, Giovanni Bavona, Kingston Blevins, Jacob Bowers, Timothy Branham, Michael Brasso, Christopher Brennan, Benjamin Bryant, Lucas Carter, Ryan Clardy, Robert Clayton, Gregory Cole, Tyler Kuhn, William DeThomas, Sean Engum, Robert Felice, Alexander Ferry, Matthew Hanson, Cecil Higgins, Eric Hill, Sammy Holbert, Timothy Howell, Angel Jimenez, Michael Jones, Albert Gerardo, Hunter Keene, Jonathan Koken, Brett Laymeister, Clayton Lingo, Stephen Matthews, Vincent Mendez, Alicia Miller, Joseph Mitchell, Daniel Musgrave, Bradley Neal, David Paget, John Pazelich, Daniel Parada, Velbert Perry, Paul Planchone, Edward Ronquillo, Nicholas Schnurr, Eric Storvik, Levon Suits, Larry Summons, Michael Thornburg, Sammy Van Kirk, Theodore Voskel, Tyler Weatherly.
SDI graduates, friends, and families, thank you again for joining us today. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates for the class of 2022. We will begin with our inaugural class for the School of Unmanned Technology. Please welcome the Dean of Unmanned Technology, John Miner.
Congratulations to our first graduates from the Certificate in Unmanned Technology Aerial Systems program. First, a little history about the certificate. Sonoran Desert Institute decided to invest in uncrewed aerial systems, or UAS technology, educational offerings in 2020. The School of Unmanned Technology was created, and the Certificate in Unmanned Technology Aerial Systems program was designed and developed throughout 2021. On December 23, 2021, we received an early Christmas present from the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. Notice that our program was accredited. We announced our new school and program at the Consumer Electronics Show in January of 2022. Our first classes then started in April of 2022. At some point Each of you entered and completed the 16 credit hour program, earning your certificate. The main thing I want to emphasize to each of you is you earned it. You demonstrated the desire to set your educational goal in this new revolutionary technology that is changing how many industries operate, making them more efficient, more effective, and safer for their employees. You proved your ability to work extremely hard in very demanding 4 credit hour technical courses to achieve your goal. You displayed the can-do attitude and the determination to never give up, even when challenges arose. Furthermore, you are here today, the very first graduates of the CUTAS program. You should be proud of yourselves. I know that I am proud of each of you.
Thank you, Dean Miner. The graduates for the Certificate of Unmanned Technology Aerial Systems program are as follows.
Bernard Bullock II, Robert Clement, William Drayton Dobbs, Sean Leiter.
Next, Associate Dean of Firearms Technology Mike Petronello will introduce the graduates of the School of Firearms Technology.
SDI is proud to offer a skills-focused certificate option that helps advance the firearms industry by educating tomorrow's leaders. Graduates of the Certificate in Firearms Technology Gunsmithing program have demonstrated a thorough understanding of concepts and application in the maintenance and care of firearms. These graduates will be able to clean, diagnose, troubleshoot, and repair a variety of firearms, understand and use best practices of firearm safety, classification, and operating principles, improve firearms through accuracy and custom finishes, and more. This is a rigorous certificate program, and the 2022 graduates can apply the skills learned in a variety of occupations and/or towards their personal hobbies. Some of our certificate graduates have chosen to continue their education by applying the credits earned in the Certificate of Firearms Technology Gunsmithing program into SDI's associate degree. Whether continuing their education or entering the industry after earning this credential, the future is bright for the graduates of this program. The recipients of the Certificate in Firearms Technology Gunsmithing are as follows.
Cody Adams, Angel Baez Bruno, Isaiah Baldridge, Austin Bell, William Bell, Jairo Bello, Albert Bishop, Kingston Blevins, Ash Bones, Jacob Bowers, Dylan Chabot, Nicholas Childs, Jairo Colon, Tyler Kuhn, Richard Cosner, Giovanni Espinal II, Vincent Forbes, Jaden Ford, Bruce Garner, Ernesto Gonzalez, Jared Graves, David Greason, Samuel Guzman, Cecil Higgins, Sammy Holbert, Timothy Howell, Daniel Humerikaus, Deontay Jenkins, Michael Jones, Hunter Keene, Kyle Lane, Thomas Lewis, Brett Leimeister, McAllister Luce, David Maurice, Alicia Miller, Joseph Mitchell, Patrick Mitchell, CJ Morris, Nathaniel Mullen, Simona Nichols, Nicholas Osterman, Christopher Owen, Gonzalo Pagan, Eric Petty, Andrew Pearson, Peter Roman, John Shantz, Alex Sigler, Jason Staley, Rudy Steinmeier, John Stewart, Levon Suits, Larry Summons Jr., Tyler Turner.
Congratulations, certificate recipients. The Associate of Science in Firearms Technology degree is SDI's flagship program and is the highest credential currently conferred by SDI. Like the certificate degree, students will also have a thorough understanding of concepts in the maintenance, care, repair, and customization of firearms. However, the degree program takes it even farther with general education and additional coursework in woodworking, ballistics, and more. At SDI, we take pride in offering programs that combine current technology-based content delivered at a distance, hands-on application and practice, and academic rigor. Graduates who earn their Associate of Science in Firearms Technology degree take with them a unique credential that sets them apart from the others entering the firearms industry, and we look forward to watching these graduates find success in their chosen career path. The graduates of the Associate of Science in Firearms Technology program are
Brant, Albany. Daniel Alfaro. Jake Hamilton Altman. Kirk Alvers. Cody A. Angevine. Michael Baber. Curtis Bailey. Christopher Bearclaw. Nathan Barron. Derek Beidler. Joseph N. Bell. Giovanni Bivana. Joshua Bonomo. Timothy Sean Branham. Michael J. Brasseau. Christopher Brennan. Lucas Bridges. Benjamin Bryant. Lucas W. Carter. Nicholas Daniel Chacon. David Champion. Ignacio Cherry. Alex Christensen. Ryan Clardy. Robert Clayton. Robert Clement. Dylan Cole. Gregory Cole. Michael Kozik. Travis Cohen. Levi Crum. Robert DeBoard. Adrian Delpino. David Dennis. William Day Thomas. Sean Ingham. Brandon Ehrlitz. Christopher Fanning. Robert Douglas Felici. Alexander Ferry. James Fredlin. Joshua Fuller. David Gonzalez. Gregory Griffin. Elijah Hackethaw. Paul Haynes. Joshua Hamilton. Andrew Hammer. Matthew Hansen. William Wayne Haynes. Andrew Hendrickson. Eric Hill. Nathan Hobsley. Sammy Holbert Jr. Nicholas Holcomb. Alex Howard. Angel Jimenez. Richard Jonas. Robert Johnson. AJ Wahardo. Kenneth Brian Keeler. Michael L. Kelly Jr. Samuel Kershaw. Sahadat Khan. Jonathan Cochin. Eric Lalonde. Roger Lammy. Brian Lickfield. Sean Leiter. Clayton Lingo. Roberto Martinez. Stephen Matthews. Waylon McCarty. Kevin McIntyre. Timothy McInnes. Vincent Mendez, Jeffrey Myers, Alicia Miller, Justin Miller, Michael Miller, Grady Ming, Brandon Morse, Andrew Mulliken, Dan Musgrave, Brad Neal, Makana Norton, Robert Owen, David Lee Padgett, John Posilich, Daniel Perota, Velbert Perry, Tor Peterson, Andy Pearson, Paul Planchon, Jeremiah Quintanilla, Brent Rainey, Lee Reader Paradise, Daniel J. Reese, Jesus Rip, Chris K. Robbins, Edward Ronquillo, Brian D. Ross, Stephen Saggy, Vince Sanchez, Dustin Schnelly, Nicholas Snur, Christian Scheller, Jeff Shepard, Jodiah Smith, Anthony Steele, Robert Steele, Eric Storvik, Charles Stottlemyre, Michael Thornburg, Spencer Tuttle, Nova Umphrey, Sammy Van Kirk, Theodore Voskuhl, Tyler Wade Weatherly, Jeremy Weeks, Michael Zemies.
Last but not least, I would like to honor a group of very important recipients of credentials at Sonoran Desert Institute. To date, SDI has only conferred honorary credentials posthumously. So please join me for a brief moment of silence as we honor the following Class of 2022 graduates. Congratulations, graduates. I am honored and humbled to confer upon each of you your respective credentials with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. And as we bring our ceremony to a close, I once again want to say congratulations to the graduates of 2022. And to the friends and family that made this ceremony special, thank you for sharing this monumentous occasion with our graduates. And graduates, as we close up today, please, if you've got great things that are going on, reach out to us, either via social media or just drop us a note. We'd love to hear about how things are going in the industry. I look forward to seeing you around the industry.